Today we're going to look at building from the back as part of our attacking phase. A reminder of our principles is how we are going to accomplish our goal. Within our attacking principles, we have 5. Penetration, meaning can we go forward? Patience, can we retain the ball going backwards or side to side? Positioning, how are our spatial relations, but also how are we facing the field? Protection or negative support, and pace, our movement off the ball, our timing, and our movement with the ball. Building from the back. So we want to play and possess out of the back. And the reasons for this is we want to disorganize the opponent, we want to create numerical and spatial advantages, and we want to have a controlled and aware approach. Some aspects into playing out of the back. Dismarking, losing your defender or your opponent. This could be done simply by running in one direction and checking back. Maybe it's dragging a player out of space for another teammate. Creating space and occupying space, so making the game high and wide, but also playing in areas that are going to occupy players so that maybe we can play to other people. Timing, reading the cues and making decisions. Technical proficiency, so do you have the ability to pass, receive, and dribble under pressure? And bravery and poise. So not being fearful of losing the ball, having the poise to play out under pressure. A very simple example that you'll see in almost every youth game is a goalkeeper restart. This is a common opportunity to build from the back. One generic, simple example would be playing short to begin the possession from the goalkeeper. Center backs are split, outside backs are wide, and wingers are high with the forwards. This is creating bigger spaces for the midfielders to play, but also inviting the opponent to press where maybe we can bypass them. Most teams will play long, and we believe that a long goal kick is just a 50-50 ball. By playing short, we have an opportunity to create advantages and disorganize the opponent where we can move into more opportunistic phases in the attacking half. Goalkeepers and field players need to react quickly to restart so the opponent cannot get organized and set up to press. Here's an example of Man City. They quickly grab the ball, they quickly move into their spaces to create high and wide areas with spaces for the center mids to play in. They're okay playing backwards and creating diamonds and triangles around the ball to try to disorganize the opponent and advance into the middle third and then into the attacking third. Obviously, their ability on the ball is a little bit better than ours, but their spacing and their poise and tempo creates a pretty simple opportunity out of a couple passes. Another example that you'll see out of building out of the back is just having possession in the defensive or middle third. So ball circulation is a term that we'll use, which basically means moving the ball side to side or up and back to create opportunities to go forward. Within this, the principles become a very key ingredient for us to go forward. So being able to penetrate and taking forward spaces, the patience to move the ball side to side to create the gaps, but then your positioning. So how are you receiving the ball? How are you spacing? Are you within a teammate's area to be able to support them? Protection, having the negative support, so players underneath the ball, but also players to help win the ball back if we do lose possession. And then your pace, the movement off the ball, your timing to be in areas not early, not late, but just in the right opportunity to make the most of a possession. So here's an example of Spain from a Final Third YouTube account. So as they split, they open the game and make it big, and now they have different angles and areas to play the ball into. Being brave to receive the ball under pressure, but also being patient to move the ball back, and now creating numerical advantages. losing your mark or dragging a mark away to be able to advance and get faced forward to receive and play. Having negative support, and now we're able to get into the middle third, into the attacking third. So very simple examples of building out of the back. One thing that we want to do at the club is to continue to instill players playing out of the back. There's an article in a tweet thread by Will Parchman about Hugo Perez, who was the U.S. national team U15 coach, no longer within the organization, but he took the group to the DA showcase and played against older players and continually built out of the back, built out of the back, built out of the back. Even when they went down, when they were giving up goals, they were still building, they were still building, they were still building. And Will noted that their player IQ was much higher than any players that were not necessarily doing those things. So something to keep in mind. We're building for the future, so it's okay if we give up goals if we're trying to play out. But if you have any questions on any of this, ask your coaches or one of our directors, and thank you for watching.